This is the card I'll be showing you how to make using the Elegantly Said bundle with the Elegantly Said stamp set along with the Elegant Tag Punch. So this card is really pretty. I'm first going to show you how to make this watercolor background that helps pop up this really pretty gold embossed flower, and also I'm going to show you a really cool way to use the tag punch other than just punching it out as a tag. So to get started, I'm going to start with this background here. So you'll need a 4 by 5¼ inch sheet of watercolor paper. Also, grab you some paper towels. You'll need this stamp out of the stamp set, along with some Blushing Bride ink and your Stampin' Spritzer. So first, you're going to ink up your stamp here, and then you are going to spritz directly onto the stamp, which I'm going to put this paper towel here for right now just to kind of show you first so we don't get our cardstock all wet. But you're going to want to spritz it so that it's pretty wet, and then we will be stamping it up here at the top. So it kind of gives this really watercolor look. Now, an important step is make sure you stamp off on this paper towel because you don't want the excess water that we just spritzed to go back into your Blushing Bride ink. So you will continue to ink up and then grab your spritzer here and spritz your stamp, and then continue to stamp and kind of make a pattern and fit this stamp. So this should be your finished product. It's kind of, the lines are a little bit blurred and it looks a little like watercolored and just a nice subtle background. So I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way. One thing that you need to make sure you do is let this dry or use a heat tool to heat it. But once you've done that and you've heat tool set so that there's no standing water, we're going to take this really pretty lace border stamp from the stamp set and some Versamark ink, and you're going to ink that up and stamp it just below the middle of the card front here. And once you've done that, grab your gold embossing powder here, and we will dump embossing powder all the way down here. Just shake off the excess, and then you will use your heat tool and heat that. And once that's done, this should be your finished product. So set this aside. Also, take a Whisper White piece of cardstock here, and you're going to take your Versamark also and ink up this flower here and stamp that right down on the cardstock. And then grab your gold embossing powder again. Shake off the excess, and you'll go ahead and heat that. And once you do that, then you can take a pair of paper snips and go ahead and fussy cut that. So we'll set that aside there. Now, the next cool step is to take a 1-inch strip of the watercolor paper here, and I'm going to bring back this stamp that we used for the background stamp and also the Blushing Bride ink. So go ahead and ink this up, and you're just going to stamp off of it and then barely stamp just to kind of give a little hint of a few swirls and twirls of the stamp. And once you've done that, then you're going to take this stamp that says True Love Stories Last Forever and ink that up in the Blushing Bride ink, and you'll stamp that right in the center here. So once you have that, grab your Elegant Tag Punch here and open it up. what you want to do is take your piece here that has your greeting on it, stick it in here. Once it comes through, you can pull it up like so, like that, and then you'll bring it through and line it up here. You can't see because of the glare of the greeting, but line it up there straight and go ahead and punch so that you end up with this really cool edge here. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So go ahead and stick it, flip it over, stick it through, pull it up, and then you're going to feed it through so that it's centered there, and go ahead and punch that like so. So this is what you'll end up with here. You can see the camera will focus here. But anyways, this is what it should look like here. So next thing is to bring in, I grabbed some very vanilla scalloped lace trim here, and I'm going to tie that in a knot just above the scalloped kind of lace trim that we stamped and embossed already on our card base here. Grab your scissors and trim your edges like so. And we're going to slide this all the way, the knot, all the way to the left-hand side like so. Now, take some dimensionals, oops, and pop those on the back of your greeting. And we'll put that kind of right just over the top of the ribbon and tuck that right in there. And then take your gold embossed little flowers here, put some dimensionals on the back of that. And we're going to place this right down in the corner here. Next, grab a 5.5 by 8.5 sheet of Blushing Bride, and you'll fold that right in half. Then you'll grab some Tombow glue and put some glue on the back of the card front, and then we'll glue that right down on the front of the card base. So there is your finished card, a super simple, elegant card that has a couple cool little techniques and tips as far as the punch and just getting a nice, elegant background. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.